Hello everybody, welcome to the YNTAAY Minis. I'm Chris Smith, and today I'm reviewing Disney's Frozen, the Hit Broadway Musical. I love that they put hit in the little title. I do things like that even before it's a hit. Now of course, Frozen is based on the 2013 movie Frozen from Disney. Which of course, huge hit, and currently Frozen 2 is in theaters. Well, currently as we're taping this. You know, I still haven't seen Frozen 2. Now, I liked Frozen. It was never one of my favorite in the animated, computer-generated movies. But yes, I like the musical version much better because I do like stage musicals, as you know. And I saw this at the Hollywood Pantages Theater on Sunday, January 19th, 2020 at 6:30 p.m. Now, I had really good seats. I sat in the orchestra. It was a V106, which is pretty center. And if you're buying like a single ticket at a theater, sometimes you can go and get a good deal. And I got this orchestra seat for like $49, just $49. I went to the box office and I did it there so that I could avoid all those fees, because those fees will get you. But sometimes you can't go to the box office. But so I recommend that if you're just a single ticket buyer, or even if you're buying multiples. Now, currently, Frozen is in New York on the Broadway, playing at the St. James Theater. As I said, I saw it here in beautiful Hollywood on Hollywood Boulevard. Now, I must say, at first I was like, I liked the production. It's a big production. When they did it in New York, they actually knocked out some of the back wall of the theater to expand the stage area, so you know they can go back even further for all their big special effects thing. They can't do that on the touring company, you know, touring. So, you know, I don't know how they differ that much. It was a very big, very nice special effects production. But it's a really good show. But at first I'm like, well, it sort of left me a little cold, no pun intended, because the AC in that theater was, literally, I guess I should say, the AC in that theater was cranked up so much, and it was January, and I was freezing to death. Luckily I had my scarf, and I went and bought this, we called them toboggans, but others say knit caps or snuggins or whatever. And it's Frozen. I didn't buy it till afterwards. I wish I'd had it during the show because it was so cold in there. But emotionally, it left me a little cold at first, but as I've thought about it over the last, you know, couple of weeks, I must say I like it even more. So here's the program, the current cast. Caroline Bowman and Caroline Innerbichler are playing the two leads. And now, when we saw it, or when I saw it, this little insert fell out. So we had playing Elsa, we had Kaylin Kraser, sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Here's how you spell. Playing Elsa, and she was very good. You know, people always, unless you're there to see Bette Midler or somebody, people get very upset when one of these white things fall out of the program. They think they're getting something less than what they went to see. But all these people are very well trained. It's very hard for somebody who's an understudy or standby or, you know, in the swing, and they have to jump into these other roles at a moment's notice, and they have to be ready. It would be very scary. And can you imagine if you were the standby or something for somebody like Bette Midler, and all these people came to see a star, not just somebody who's going to give a good performance, but a star, and then they're disappointed. Some people will get their money back. That's not necessary for something like Frozen, because this is a machine. The whole thing is like a big machine, so all the parts run very smoothly. Here's the Ensemble Cast. So they've worked very hard to ensure that you have a good time, no matter which ladies or any men or, go into any of these roles. So, yes, so the cast was very good. And I have some pictures here for you to enjoy, even if you don't like it when I hold up pictures. Here's the touring company. Like I said, this is the North American tour. The costumes are great. Everything is beautiful in the production. And now some of these pictures, I'm not sure, are they from the... I think I try and get the touring company pictures, usually. Now look, here's Olaf the Snowman, and what they've done, it's sort of like how in Avenue Q you see the puppeteer, and they're doing the same sort of actions and facial expressions as the puppet that they're controlling. So you could either watch the actor / puppeteer, or you could watch the puppet, and you're going to get a good show either way. And they sort of blend well together. So the guy who was playing Olaf the Snowman did a very good job. There's Sven, the reindeer, and look, I bought a little figure. Now I didn't buy this at the show, but I had bought it. I'd bought it before, because I don't have a reindeer in my stuffed animal collection. And the actor who was in the costume, look, there he is. It's much like how they did Milky White in the production of Into the Woods, and I saw it in LA before it went to Broadway. And Chad Kimball, who went on to be a big star in Come From Away and Memphis, he was playing Milky White. And I loved how they do it sort of like, almost like with stilts on their front. Their hands are holding on to like stilt-like things, and then their back legs are their legs. But at the end of Into the Woods, they pulled off the head so that you could see Chad Kimball, and he's waving and taking his bow. They don't do that with Sven, because they stay in character. So the person inside that costume just has to remain anonymous. And there's some of they don't have those weird rock creatures. What are they called? It's like real people. So there are some differences in Frozen, the musical, from the movie. Of course, there's more songs, and you're going to get to hear all those songs like Do You Want to Build a Snowman? And For the First Time in Forever, there'll be magic, there'll be fun. And my favorite is Love is an Open Door. Love is an open door, door. And the song that drove all parents crazy and anyone who was nearby, Let It Go, Let It Go. Now, those were all solid songs, and there are other good songs in the show. It's not my favorite show, but the music is by Kristen Anderson-Lopez and Robert Lopez. Robert Lopez was did Avenue Q with Jeff Marks, but now he works with his wife, and it's very good for them now that they've hitched themselves to the Disney wagon, and it's very, very good business to be in. The book is by Jennifer Lee, and it's based on Frozen by Chris Buck, Jennifer Lee, and Shane Morris. They did a production in Denver in 2017. It opened on Broadway in 2018. Previews began at the St. James Theater February 22nd, 2018, and opened March 22nd, 2018. And so we're very lucky. Ours opened in Los Angeles December of 2019. So that's a very fast turnover from Broadway production to the national tour going out. Bravo for getting that done quickly, because we usually have to wait at least 2 years before the national tour starts. Like Tootsie isn't starting its tour until 2021. Beetlejuice also 2021. So, you know, well, that's like 2 years from when they started, but still, you know, this went out very quickly. Anna and Elsa were originally played by Patty Murin and Casey Levy, and now, like I said, the two Carolines are playing the role on the tour. And a shout out to Olaf, played by F. Michael Haney, and Greg Hildreth originated the role on Broadway. But everybody is good in the company, I must say. Now, I always like to show you the merchandise I bought. Besides this beautiful knit cap, I bought this frozen magnet. Now, this is one of the better of the magnets. It's very high quality. It's light and beautiful. And it's a little more expensive. I think with this and the magnet, I paid like $32. And the merchandising in this production is crazy. They have, it's almost like a store has come to the Pantages Theater and to wherever you're seeing this show. They have, they had 6 cashier people, and it was just a wall of merchandise. So if you have children, be prepared. They're going to want to shop when they get there. And they have dolls, they have t-shirts, they probably have scarves. I didn't notice. This is my own scarf. And I did have this scarf on during the show, which saved my life because I was going to get frostbite in there. Turn up the heat, theaters. You don't need to make it that cold. We can suspend disbelief. But yeah, so amazing merchandise. Bravo, Disney. You all know how to sell. I don't know if they had these spin creatures. I got mine elsewhere. But, I mean, they have everything there. So, oh, and at the end of the show, snow falls from the sky, from the theater, inside the theater. So I didn't steal it, they were free, a piece of snow. It was just thin paper. I would hate to clean up all that stuff. So all the people in the orchestra section are just covered with all these little confetti pieces. And I glued mine to there just because, to show you how little they were. So you're going to want to see this North American tour. I've written down some dates. It's currently at the Hollywood Pantages Theater through February 2nd. Then it's going on to Seattle, Washington. Then Portland, Oregon. San Diego, California at the end of March. They're going to Salt Lake City, Utah. You can also find this on the website, but I like to do a service. Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's going to Tulsa, Oklahoma in June. Then on to Dallas, Texas, June through July. What is that? July 12th. It's so hard to read backwards. Cleveland, Ohio. Charlotte, North Carolina. And the last date available on the website was in Chicago, Illinois, where it's going to be at the Cadillac Palace Theater, and it's a nice long run, October 21st through January 3rd of 2021, the future. So that is the schedule. So if you're in those areas, do go rush out and see Frozen the musical. I enjoyed it, and your family will really love it. Kids will really love it. It's very flashy, it's very fun and fast-paced. I liked Anastasia better, but that's just me. But yes, go see Frozen. Okay, goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.